Nietzsche said, "The Christian faith from the beginning is sacrifice, the sacrifice of all freedom, all pride, all self-confidence of spirit. It is at the same time subjugation and self-mockery, mutilation of man by himself." But if Christianity is true, then what Nietzsche calls mutilation is not destruction of man, but purification of him. Sacrifice of pride and self-assertion is not self-mockery, it is alignment with truth beyond the ego. By surrendering pride, man does not shrink but becomes rightly ordered to the infinite. What Nietzsche brands as weakness may in fact be the deepest strength, the ability to overcome ego, not enthrone it. In this view, Christianity is not man's mutilation, but his restoration. A man's desires do not define what is good or wrong. Nietzsche saw Christianity as a morality system created by the weak to restrain the strong. It glorified humility, obedience, and suffering, while condemning strength, vitality, and independence. He considered this inversion of values a denial of life itself, since it taught man to seek meaning in another world rather than affirming existence here. Against this, Nietzsche argued that man should embrace the will to power, growth, creativity, and self-overcoming, culminating in the Übermench, who creates new values beyond religious morality. But there are a few problems with those views. Descriptive is not normative. Nietzsche's will to power may describe human tendencies, but it does not prove that such striving is objectively good. Just because men seek power does not mean they ought to. If Christianity is true, if God exists, then he is infinite, eternal, and the source of all being. In that framework, submission to him is not weakness, but rational order, the finite rightly aligning itself with the infinite. The folly of egoism, exalting the self as the highest authority, collapses into egoism. It assumes the individual's will is the standard of value, which is arbitrary and self-referential. Christianity, by contrast, grounds values in something beyond human ego. Higher form of strength. Christianity reframes humility and obedience not as servile weakness, but as a greater strength, the ability to master one's pride, submit to truth, and orient life toward eternal reality rather than temporary self-assertion. Result: Nietzsche's critique fails if Christianity is real. In that case, submission to God is not slave morality, but the highest rational act, and the will to power is an illusion of strength rooted in ego rather than truth. And in respect to Christianity's veracity, Nietzsche never tried to disprove Christianity in the sense of rational theology. He did not treat it as a metaphysical truth claimed to be refuted like a failed hypothesis. He dismissed it as untrue because he saw it as life-denying, not life-affirming. His rejection was value-based, not evidential. He argued, Christianity is false because it negates life and arises from weakness. That was enough, since for him, truth was measured by how well a belief affirms and enhances life.